This is I Make Beats, and welcome to the channel. Hang out with me. I'm excited today. I know it's been a while. We'll get into that, but we're going to be talking about making classic style drums on the Digitakt 2. So let's go.
I got plenty moves, it's that 94. This my shit, my nigga, drippy down. Six pack out the stove. I put diamonds on my wish list.
I've missed you guys. It feels great to be back on the channel. I know it has been a minute. I know. There is an explanation. So for those of you who would like to hang out and dive deeper into the backstory of where I've been, what's been going on, why I haven't posted in over 130 days, be sure to become a member of my YouTube channel. There is a members only video section dedicated to the members, and there is a backstory there, so you guys go join up and let's get into the whole mystery of where I've been, what's been going on. But beyond that, today we're going to be talking about classic style drums, 7 drum pattern styles. I've created a drum pattern chart. Let's just dive into this whole thing. So speaking for myself, there are times when I'm in the beat making process, when I'm making my drum patterns, at some point they kind of start to sound the same, and this is my method of alleviating that. So here are a few tips to help overcome that repetitious sounding drum patterns. I know I can't be the only one that deals with this, so I thought I'd show you my method. I've taken the liberty of creating a drum pattern chart, 7 drum styles, over 100 pages of that classic style drum sound that we all love, ranging from hip hop, R&B, funk, house, trap. What the chart is doing is it's showing you where to place your kick, your snare, your hi-hat, etc. in the step sequencer. So this drum chart works with any sampler sequencer that has a built-in step sequencer. Of course, we know the Digitakt does. Another example would be the SP16, the poly-in tracker, whether it be the mini, the OG, or the poly-in tracker plus. Any sequencer that has steps in it, even the MPC, it has a built-in step sequencer. So, but I'm not going to go into depth on how to step sequence in this video. For those of you that are interested in that process, I've created a how-to tutorial, which is also available on the I Make Beats store. So go check that out. As of the time of the creation of this video, everything on the website is 25% off. So when you use this promo code, you'll get 25% off of your total purchase. But all right, so without further ado, all right, so in this demonstration, I'm also using my free drum kit, which is also available on the I Make Beats store. So yeah, there'll be a link in the description. I've created 3 drum patterns using my drum pattern chart. We have a hip hop pattern, a funk pattern, and a house pattern. So check them out. So like I was saying, all of these patterns were created using my drum pattern chart. Another cool tip that you can do once you've created your drum pattern, you can also layer your drum pattern with a drum loop. So we are back on the hip hop drum pattern. What I did was, as you can see on the screen there is my drum loop that I'm going to add to the drum pattern that I created using the drum pattern chart. I'm going to let you hear the drum pattern, and then I'm going to show you what I've done to it. Okay, so here is the drum pattern the way it normally sounds. So what I've done is, on the Digitakt 2, you have these machines. So I ended up, that drum pattern is at a different BPM than the project. The project is at 85. So what I ended up doing is I ended up adding the warp machine, and I ended up with this. So yeah, this is an awesome technique to also give your drum pattern some diversity so that it doesn't sound so repetitive. The drum pattern, the hip hop pattern, what I ended up doing is I ended up sampling that pattern. So I have it here on trigger 9. Once you have a decent drum pattern, besides adding a drum loop on top of it, as I showed you earlier, you can take your existing drum pattern and chop it. So a cool little trick on the Digitakt is I have the drum pattern chart pattern sequenced already. I sample that drum pattern onto trigger 9. So now that I'm on trigger 9, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the keys to this sample. Now, when I do that, it spreads that drum pattern across the keys. So you could do something like this. Retrigs on the MPC, that will be your note repeat. So once you have your basic drum loop done, in this example, I've selected the hi-hat. We can hear the hi-hat pattern, but we can add some variation. So watch what happens when I use the retrig on the hi-hat. Just an awesome way to add some variation to your drum patterns. Alternating between the two patterns will keep your drums from sounding so repetitive. I truly hope this was helpful to someone. If you haven't already, like, share, subscribe, click that notification bell so you know when I come out with new content like this one. Until next time, this is I Make